This video chart presentation of the Street.com Inc. The Street is a global market stock trading on a ticker TST. Most everyone knows the Street.com. Jim Cramer, of course, is a co-founder. Stock's been struggling this year, though, up here over top of $3, slipped all the way back, lost about half its value. But much like it did back here in August and September, looks like it's trying to build a base and potentially could be ready for some upward movement. See, we've got the MACD trending back towards zero. Histogram also getting tighter in its trends. Bit of a PPO ADX pinch, not very deep, you can see, and you really like to see this negative DI up a little bit higher. But that basic sort of setup is a nice position, and a lot of times, second time around, it can be pretty reliable to get a nice bounce. MFIs are kind of just gimping along, but appear to be trying to push out of oversold territory. The grander scheme of things, I'd look for the accumulation distribution to try and push through that top. Been on a long sideways channel. But given the price per share falling like it is, that's actually not a bad thing if the accumulation distribution isn't on a big slide. Kind of going along with that's shaking money flow. Down in the red, where selling pressure has overcome buying pressure. But again, still not in a bad position at this point. CCI has a nice upward trend to it at this point, breaking through negative 100. Full Stow still in oversold territory, but obviously the stock has been on a sharp decline. Trying to make a turn now. Some momentum could be coming into the play. While the Trix is lagging, it looks like it could be making a higher low. That, of course, is not truly accurate trend line until this valley's made. But if it does continue its rotation that appears to be starting, that would be another good sign for it, because that would be the first time it's made a higher low. So we'll keep our eye on the Trix in the future. RSIs coming back out of oversold. Clearly, we're very early in any potential reversal. What I'd be looking for is that bottom support right there at $1.76 to hold. Stock closed at $1.84 yesterday. So that's a relatively close stop loss, something that you always look for in a bottom play. There is a little bit of secondary resistance right there near its highs from yesterday, around $1.87. That's going to run right through to that $1.90 range. But I don't really see resistance picking up more heavily until up around $2.10. 50-day moving average is dynamic. It's going to come down and reinforce that resistance point. But it does give the stock a pretty substantial upside until it meets that resistance. So for right now, we're going to keep our eye on rotation of the indicators. See if volume can pick up a little bit on this. See only 55,000 shares traded, but this stock historically doesn't trade on a lot of volume. It can pick up, as shown back here in January and February. It can get 300,000 shares or more traded in a day, but typically pretty low volume. I'm going to assume this is a relatively low float play, but a low floater can move pretty quickly with any amount of buying pressure. Similarly, it can move south with any amount of selling pressure pretty quickly. But right now, it's in a pretty nice position. Keep your eye on that support level to hold, and we'll see where TST goes from here. As always, this is merely my interpretation of the Street stock chart. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.